Thank you very much, Kia. Of course, we're joined by our favorite petrol heads, Chiro and Gav, this morning from overdrivetv.co. And of course, you can also follow them on Twitter at overdrivetv. Now, this past week, the guys had some fun in a Merc E63 AMG. But before we get to that, let's first pay tribute to a great man in the motor industry, legendary Italian car designer, Sergio Pininfarina. Guys, obviously a great man, as you've noted.
Yeah. Of course, he was Italian. So Sergio Pininfarina has shuffled off to that great VIP pit box in the sky. And now, because car makers used to be a bunch of sort of greasy, mechanically minded type individuals, they used to outsource their design work to houses like Pininfarina. And this arrangement works so well that they've kept that relationship going up until the present day. In fact, that Ferrari, which we revealed on this show a couple of months ago, is a Pininfarina design.
The 512, wow. And Sergio's dad, Battista, actually started the company, and their influence stretches all the way back to the beautiful Alfa Romeo 8C of 1933. They could have stopped designing then and they still would have been legends. So but it's amazing, from the Chevrolet Corvette all the way to the Volvo C70, pretty much every car company you can think of, Pininfarina's had a go at. And he actively ran the companies up until 2001 when he handed over to his son. So
so it's been passed from grandson to son to son, or sorry, grandfather rather.
In true Italian tradition.
Keeping it in the family. And now the design house is international. They employ 3,000 people on 4 continents. And here's just some of the cars they've worked with: Rolls-Royce, Peugeot, Fiat, Maserati, Citroën, Mitsubishi, Ford, and about 108 others.
Wow. So most of the modern-day beautiful cars that we know actually stem from that family.
Everything you've drooled over.
They've even done buses and trains, as we can see there. They've even done coffee machines in the more upmarket kitchens. You'll find a swooping Pininfarina coffee machine.
Wow.
They really have done pretty much everything. And if you've got a lot of money, you can also get them to build a car specifically for you, as property gazillionaire James Glickenhaus did with the Ferrari P4, P5. And he also did one of my favorite cars of all time, the Maserati Birdcage, which is in my top 10 of all time. I'm sure Sergio Pininfarina would be very happy to know that.
Yes,
it's a huge honour.
That. So the wonderful thing is that the Pininfarina name will carry on without him, and cars won't be ugly anytime soon.
Let's hope they all look like that Maserati Birdcage one day.
Look at that, unbelievable. But now you guys had some hectic fun. I mean, I had the chance to, for just a weekend, to drive the Mercedes-Benz E350 V6. That was mind-blowing, but you guys took it all the way. E63 AMG.
Or any E will do, but we had the top of the top of the roost.
Top of the range psychopath. Now, growing up, I was always get irritated when people would refer to Mercs as an old man's car,
especially the E-Class.
And don't say that to this one's face. Honestly, this is apparently Mercedes-Benz got a bit irritated by it as well, and they created AMG.
So you'll see in the footage, this thing loves going sideways. Now, we didn't find that out in too much detail, thank goodness. But we recently drove the C63 AMG. We loved it. That had the older 6.2 litre, for those of you who have lives, not naturally aspirated, non-turbo version. This one's got this brand new 5.5 litre bi-turbo, 2 turbos, which is like shooting yourself with 2 guns, just to be sure.
Yeah, absolutely. now, if the nimble C63 was Luke Skywalker, I guess this would be its dad, Darth Vader. This car has a really dark soul. Honestly, despite sitting in all of this luxury, you never quite feel at ease. The car is just absolutely waiting to step out of line. And as we said, we're driving in the wet. We went into full conservative driving Miss Daisy mode in it, and it still just wants to break traction up to 80 kilometers an hour. It really is a crazily cool car.
Yeah, putting your foot down in this car at anything under 80 actually requires sort of faith and belief that
it kind of takes that suit you're wearing, just loosen the tires, but he says, hey, live a little.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I think it's a bit like that character in the American Psycho, Patrick Bateman, in a very expensive suit, but underneath it all, it's absolutely mental. Yeah, so it really...
But look, don't get us wrong. As much as we're saying this car is crazy, it is so much fun. Wow. The idea of just putting your foot down and suddenly being somewhere else is very, very exciting.
Very appealing. And as you can see from these photographs, whoever's driving this car in the wet like that really knows what he's doing.
Yes. They have a lot of tyres to play with as well.
So if you're making a lot of money and you enjoy drifting on the weekends, boy, do we have
That's
a car
your-
for you?
that's your thing. That's
You're
your
looking at about 1.2 million for this.
Yeah.
That's all right. Pocket change, man. You know, we make these things. We make these things. No, we don't. I'm joking. It's a tough life being Chiro and Gav, isn't it?
No, I mean, you know, the thing is, these cars that come along, your friends only remember these ones. No. Everyone says, I remember when you had that 1.2 million rand Merc. We do drive everything.
We do also drive
on the
1.2
market, I
litre
promise.
cars, not 1.2 million rand cars. Yeah.
Brilliant, gents. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. As I said, you can follow them on Twitter at Overdrive TV. Also check out their website, overdrivetv.co.za. Now, a bit later on, we have a specially recorded performance by Toya DeLazy at around 19 minutes past 8. But if you're going to miss it, check out the sneak peek.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.